Now listen, the Fulanis do not own Nigeria. My great forefathers were not Fulanis. And they didn't buy the land from Fulanis. This is not a Fulani land. Call a spade a spade. You're wasting your life by taking your land. Don't think you are dealing with fools. What have they added as value to this country? Where do they get the weapons from? When God fights a man, the man is finished. Yes. God is rising to the fight. They were calling for 100 million for those abducted from a village church. You go and take over people's farm and want them to come to your farm? How dare you? What devil? What horror? I'm not ashamed to let you know I'm sent as a prophet. And all I've said about this nation since the time he started sending me has come to pass. Nigeria will never become an Islamic state. Nigeria does not belong to the Fulanis. So I'm never a Fulani and will never be a Fulani. My forefathers never bought land from them. So how did they become their land? Fulani herdsmen, if you hear English, hear me now. If you don't release those in your captivity right now, you are gone down to the grave. It's done. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay. Wait. If you are not receiving money, if your members no to the full for church, you know they get offerings and tithe, I beg, your aggression and anger no come put on top Fulani head. I beg, sir, with due respect. All these forceful allegations where you dey talk, you as a prophet, you are a prophet and you can't still dey lie. Are you not ashamed of yourself?
Okay, Damusa, I'm sure you don't know this man. His name is Pastor David Oyedepo, okay? And he is not a random pastor. He is not a hungry pastor, okay? This pastor today, if he decides to close his church and not become a pastor again, God has blessed him so much so that even Fulani, the entire Fulani wealth combined worldwide, his money will still be more than our money. That is how much money he has. And secondly, his money and influence that God has given him, he has added more value in the country single-handedly than the entire Fulani's elite since 1800s up until now. The value and impact that this man had since the time he started his ministry, no Fulani has ever, all Fulani combined in the entire nation have never achieved that. Maybe yet. That's it, by the way. And secondly, what this man is saying, is it false? Fulani started jihad in the 1800s. Okay? And then in 1900s, colonialism disrupted their conquest. Higher powers came and subdued them and used the structure that they have built for their conquest, for their own advantage. Now colonialism has ended. They have resumed their conquest agenda, Islamization of the country agenda. It's so sad that TikTok is not enabling us to post certain content here because TikTok was originally designed for kids. You need to see what my own people, every day I wake up, I'm heartbroken. Non-Fulanis are not the problem here. They are not the ones tarnishing our image. It is our own people. Demons from hell that call themselves jihadists in the country. Who is going to people's farms, destroying farmers' crops? Feeding their cows with farmers' hard work. Going to communities, destroying everything, burning down everything. Who is it? It's Fulanis. And this man is not even saying all Fulanis. He's simply just saying Fulanis because he doesn't know the people. He doesn't know the people who are perpetuating this by name, but he knows them by tribe, and he's calling on them by their tribe. See, as a Fulani person, if you don't want this to persist, stigmatization of the tribe to persist, you better work on our people who are destroying the country. That is the only way that we can all have peace. If not, all this your defensive, flimsy arguments is not Fulani. You are generalizing Fulani. You are stigmatizing and tell you they craze. You are not well. Because if you have sense, you will know that our people, what they are doing is why our reputation is being tarnished.
You know, Nigerians, when we are telling you that Fulanis own Nigeria, some of you don't understand. You know, what I believe in this world is whenever you wake up, it's your morning. If you wake up 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's your morning. If you wake up 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it's your morning. But we have woken. You know, some people don't understand that Nigeria is a business. And our job is to come here every day and tell you guys that Nigeria is a business. Nigeria is a British business being managed by the Fulanis directly from the Sokoto Caliphate. You know, when we have been telling you guys for a long time that the reason you see Nigeria cannot go in front is because evil people are in charge of Nigeria. They own Nigeria. It is their private business. So when you want to make somebody's private business to work for you, that is when the problem starts. Nigeria is somebody's private business. And that person don't want Nigeria to work. So for you now to make Nigeria work is that you are tampering somebody's business. Let us now hear directly from a Fulani guy. He break it down. He told you that Nigeria is their own. They own Nigeria. They own Nigeria. The Sokoto Caliphate that came in own Nigeria. Let's hear from the guy.
Not part of Nigeria, they are Nigeria. When you hear Nigeria, it's Fulani people. You understand? You are part of Nigeria. Then it means that you are part of Fulani. The largest empire before the arrival of the European in that region, it was the Sokoto Caliphate. The most organized empire, the most powerful empire in that region, it was the Sokoto Caliphate. The Sokoto Caliphate is a Fulani Caliphate. It's a Fulani empire. You understand? So Fulani are not part of Nigeria. Nigeria is a European, how to call it, fabrication. When they fabricated Nigeria, they put back Fulani people in charge. You understand? Because you have to understand one thing about the European. You see, European people, they are very intelligent. The European people, they respect the men who stand in front of them and tell them, go fuck yourself. The European respect those kind of men. The European, they only respect the men who are capable of standing in front of them and tell them, fuck off. I don't give a fuck about you. They respect you. If you are a man who you know that they can tell you, sit down, you sit, get up, you get up, to go, you go. They don't give a fuck about you because they know you are nothing but a piece of shit. But the European, they respect the Fulani. Still now, when you go to France, they respect us. In United Kingdom, the moment you tell them you are Fulani, they respect you because they know which kind of human being you are. Fulani people.
You see, we are telling you guys that Nigeria is a business. Before the British left Nigeria, they found out, they discovered that this tribe called Fulani can manage their business for them properly, can keep Nigeria the way they want Nigeria to be. So whatever you see going on in Nigeria today is a game plan. Some people drafted it and planned it. People who don't care about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about anything. So, you know, some people don't understand the reason why when you see terrorism is going on in Nigeria, the Sultan of Sokoto is always quiet. The Sultan can never come and talk against what is going on in Nigeria. You know, it is so insane that what is happening and nobody can save you because the politicians are in charge of what is going on, and the politicians are being controlled by most of these Fulani people that assume that Nigeria belongs to them. So whatever you see this young man is saying here is reality. It is the truth. And there is no way we can say no to the truth because he's saying the truth. Nigeria belongs to Fulani. They own it. It is gonna take time. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, but Fulanis will conquer all of you. You see what is going on now in Mali. They just conquered, Fulani just conquered Mali. They will do the same thing to Nigeria. 100% the same thing will happen in Nigeria. Because we don't have any military man that can be like Ibrahim Traore. We don't have anyone. All of them are scared. We don't have men anymore in Nigeria. We have just a bunch of people that are scared. They cannot sacrifice their life for the nation. They cannot. So Fulanis are doing them whatever they wish. That is what is going on. It's not hidden anymore. It is there openly for you. So if you are an Igbo man and you have not opened your eyes to understand what is going on in Nigeria, to understand that Nigeria belongs to Fulanis, to understand that they will not take time, they will come for you. Whatever you see is going on now, they are clearing way because the only people that are resisting Fulanis are the Igbos. The Igbos are the only tribe that are resisting the Fulani. And how are they doing that? It's because they are hardworking and they make money. They make money. And when Fulanis have power and Igbo have money, you see that it's going to be difficult. So Igbos are the only people. And when they have gained the land of the Igbo people, Nigeria is gone. They don't even see Yorubas as human beings. They have already conquered Yorubas. All other territory, Benue State, Plateau, all those middle belt, they don't conquer them all. The last point to make sure that Fulanis own Nigeria 100% is Igbo land. And they are coming.
Leni nama. Leni kan nama shina kare na road wobi owere. Afugule mebe ya na emeni before leni nama na agare.
See on alive.
Leni nama na akpari no we. Pagode ne mu nwanne. Hey, anyo every beautiful hotel legodi.
I just watched this video now. I watched this video and I see the person recording this video is driving and recording the video, recording these cows. He dey complain say these cows they walk freely for where be capital of Imo State. He's lamenting why cows go they walk free for capital of Imo State, where be city, big city. I just laugh as I see this video. Because you know what? Abuja na the capital of Nigeria. If you come to this Abuja now, cows full everywhere. Cow fit cause accidents, just they go, nothing will happen. Cows, they pass checking point. You don't understand? So, this thing just they normal now. Now them get Nigeria, nothing won't shake them. You don't understand? Nothing won't happen. So all this your laments, it be like say you enter Nigeria new. You don't understand? This thing just they like normal something now.
Have you ever wondered where the Fulanis truly came from? And how they entered Nigeria? Or why their name today sometimes carries both respect and fear? According to oral tradition and history, the Fulanis began far away in Senegambia, lands around present-day Senegal, Gambia, and Guinea. They were not warriors then, but quiet cattle herders, moving with the wind, guided by grass, water, and survival. Around the 15th century, they began a long, silent journey eastward, crossing vast lands of West Africa, step by step, generation by generations. They did not enter Nigeria through one Sudan invasion. No, they came slowly, like a shadow, stretching across time through the Sahel, passing regions like Mali and Niger, until they finally reached the northern borders of what is now Nigeria. Their first footsteps touched Hausa land, places like Katsina, Kano, and Zamfara, between the 15th and 16th centuries, and at that time, they came in peace as herders, traders, and learners. The Hausa people welcomed them, giving them grazing paths known as Butali. In return, the Fulanis shared milk, culture, and the teachings of Islam. As years passed, their presence grew, and some settlers became scholars and leaders. Others continued wandering with cattle, holding tightly to their nomadic life. Then, in the 19th century, a powerful turning point came, led by Osman Dan Fodio, whose movement gave rise to the Sokoto Caliphate, shaping northern Nigeria forever. But today, the story has changed. In some places, in parts of northern Nigeria, conflict involving some Fulani herders and farming communities have brought fear, tension, and violence. What was once a journey of survival and peaceful movement has turned into struggle over the land. Their history is not one story of conflict, but a deep and complex journey of migration, culture, and survival. So now, the question remains, how did a people who once moved with peace become part of one of the most talked about tensions in modern Nigeria? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
Hey, welcome back. I think the pastors the imams and every elder leaders from different side should now come to address this, because this is something that it is out of hand, not even getting any longer. This is what I should say on all this stuff going on, because after seeing these guys replying to Oyedepo, I think all the pastors need to angrily come out or unite together to buy some things. They can zoom some persons who are doing bad within us in the bush, because some pastors travel abroad and they see how everything goes in abroad, because ever since some pastors have even been abroad, they have not witnessed any kidnapping case before. So what made abroad to be like that? They have not questioned it before. They have never questioned it. That is why I used to verse with them at times. But this is my advice to them. We know the fact that most of them have just been speaking up. People like Oyedepo, Eneshe, and different pastors that don't even speak on the media. Most of them have just been talking on a low, but their voice seems not to be heard, because they talk it or they say it online. So this is what I should tell them. You see the way most of them and all of them march out during that 2015 protest against Jonathan. They can still do it to march out to the Aso Villa to tell them or to demand for some things they will be using to track all these guys that are doing all this thing. And if the government never want to take the responsibility of that, they can use their own hard-earned money, or they can use God's money to do some things, because with the way it stands, I don't think most of all these things that zoom those guys from the bush is that cost that these guys cannot buy. I mean the pastors. So if the government cannot take the responsibility of its citizen, I think you, the pastors, is responsible and can do that, because you are the leader after the government. So for all this stuff going on, I think every one of you need to start understanding what we've been letting you guys know. And this is the reason why I don't like generalizing issue again, because I have seen different people from even the Fulani side replying to these guys who talked to Oyedepo anyhow, especially this other girl who talked after the other guy replied Oyedepo. The other girl had just been trying to restructure and fix the problem of the Fulani pair. With the arrogant and how most of them are, they don't want to accept, and most of them are even complaining about the lady that it is just because she has joined the Christian, or she has chosen to be following Christ, she is doing this, and most of them don't believe that Christ exists. Although we're going to tell them and teach them the way they will know that Christ really exists and Christ is there forever. But there is one thing that most of us need to do again. See, those of you that are always against your pastors or being there shouting at your pastors, although we understand that some pastors are not good really, but I have noticed that a lot of persons talking to every pastors anyhow just because of their name is just pastors and all of that. It does not make sense, and even these guys too, they are seeing those things. So you that is always talking about pastors, just stop that trash you are doing, because that is the reason why these guys normally come out after Oyedepo and see that it is because of tithe and many other things. You guys need to be wise in all this scheme now. Thank you, everyone.